Hello and welcome back to another episode of Overkill Trading. In today's video, we are taking a look at the Overkill portfolio. So I know a lot of you guys follow along over in the Discord with all my trades. Okay, all the buys, all the sells. We just took a new position on ETHA this morning. We bought the calls for $35 for January 28th. I'll talk about that trade here in just a minute, but pretty much we're just going to be going over every single name that I hold here, everything that I'm looking to buy, add to, sell. I did get stopped out on TTD here. It did have a red dot last week, so I set a stop loss right at those lows right there from May at around, I think it was like 1950, and I did get stopped out on TTD. I believe that was this morning. So I'm just going to go over all these names here. If you guys have chart requests, I'll be taking some here from the live chat and also here inside the Discord. If you guys have chart requests throughout the week, you can get them in over here under the live request thread. I will actually be closing this down here at the end of the day, and then we are going to go through all of these names that you guys got. We're going to cover these Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday are the chart requests videos, the chart request live streams. On Monday, we cover the portfolio, and on Friday, we go over the watch list. If you guys missed the watch list for this week, that was dropped over here last week under the latest tab. If you come over here, you can see we did a Saturday live, but this was the Friday live stream here, the blood in the market, right? Big sell-off last Friday, lots of opportunities out there. So you guys can always catch the live replays over here in the Discord under the latest tab. If you guys can't make the live, those are always posted in the Discord. The Discord link is in the description. It's free to join. We got a free trading course over there. Check it out. But with that being said, let's go ahead and dial in here on XCN here. So XCN's the first one that's going to be the biggest winner on the portfolio today. I started buying this one right here at around 4.5 cents. I am down about 10% on my initial position, and I'm really just looking to add to this position. I really like this crypto play. I really like this project. They're paying around 27% APY for staking it on their website right now. So I'm just looking for reasons to buy. And again, if you guys are new to the channel, what we look to do here at Overkill Trading is we look to buy great companies at great prices. Okay, we want to buy good companies with good tech, right, with good earnings, right? If you're buying stocks, you want to look at earnings, you want to look at the company and see, hey, is this company going to grow over the next 5 to 10 years, or is it kind of fading? Is it kind of, going the other direction, right? People aren't using it as much, or maybe they have a bunch of competition now and maybe they're not performing as well, right? We got to ask ourselves all those questions. We got to know what we're buying, right? Great companies at great prices. So how do we know we're getting a great price on an asset? Well, we trade the weekly chart here. So we're swing traders. We have a 1 to 6 month time frame on our signals, right? I bought in these last two signals here on XCN right there at around 4.5 cents. And again, it's been since March, so we're about about 3 to 4 months into the trade, and it hasn't gone anywhere. So sometimes, right, sometimes these names will just go sideways. Sometimes they'll just be stuck for a while, right? Doesn't matter though. As long as we're down here, right? As long as this wave is down here, I reference ourselves as farmers all the time. The longer it stays down here, the better, because we just get to continue to accumulate month to month to month, right? This is going to give me another buy signal down here somewhere in this area, and we don't look to sell until the wave comes back up here, right? We want to buy the green dots down here, right? It doesn't mean we're going from 0 to 100 the next day or the next week, right? We got to be thinking 6 months out, right? So 6 months from this last signal here in April, you should be looking out April, May, June, July, August, September, right? Because we trade the high time frames, guys. If we want to be day traders, we can get down in here to the 5-minute chart and we can try to buy, sell, buy, sell. We just don't do that, right? We're focused on a longer term time frame here, okay? At least 6 months out. That way we don't got to be glued to our computers and completely just all the time looking at it, right? You shouldn't be you shouldn't have to check your stocks or your crypto more than once or twice a day. Okay, not even that, right? Because we're looking at things over the weekly perspective. If I don't see this wave on the name that I'm owning up here, I'm not worried about selling it. I don't care, right? I'm just looking to buy as many green dots as possible. Okay, because that just means we're down here, right? This thing was at 5 cents. It's trading at less than half a penny, and they're paying 27% APY. I've been earning 27% this whole time on the holdings. I'm just stacking more, right? So what I'm looking for on XCN is a green dot. It's up 7% this week. A lot of these names are very oversold on their daily charts. I personally think with altcoins, guys, we're sitting right in the middle of a bear trap, and some of these names are even down here in despair. I'm going to talk about Ethereum here in just a second. Axlar, AXL. So I think we entered this one right here on the monthly alert. Okay, that was literally right there at where it's sitting. I think we're about break even on this trade right now. And again, we're not looking to sell it until the wave comes back up here. Okay, and this one's been absolutely annihilated. I mean, this thing was at $3. It's sitting at 4 cents. So if crypto is going to recover, some of these names, and Axel has some really good integrations, some really good partnerships with like Solana and XRP and all these places, right? $3 down to 4 cents. If this project is going to be worth anything in the future, right, you're buying it at like a 99% discount from the all-time highs, okay? And we did enter this one off the monthly, so now our goal is to wait until the wave, right, comes back up here, or it comes up here into the red zone. If you guys don't know what the red zone is, this is a Fibonacci retracement tool. So this is always where our target is when we're looking to sell. Okay, this is a Fibonacci retracement. We have a video on it in that free trading course over here. Again, if you guys are new, I have a free trading course over here inside of the Discord. There's like 13 videos that'll teach you all about our strategy and all these indicators. But again, this thing's down here at the bottom. Okay, we want to sell when this thing hits the red zone. And again, this thing's been just beat up. Like this drop is just 2 years it's been going down. Okay, and again, they've been growing their ecosystem. They just integrated with Solana a couple months ago. And again, as long as the dot is green, I'm bullish here based on the monthly. This one's looking like it's going to get a bounce down here at around 4 cents. Still like that one. I might consider adding on the green dot, but I think I bought in April right here at around right where it's sitting. So I normally don't like to average down on these names unless I'm down 20% on the position, and I think I'm about break even on Axel right now. KTA is the other one. I'm really excited about this one this week. I think this one looks really good. Again, this one had a lot of hype back here at around $1.50. Okay, that was back in August of last year. Everybody was talking about it, right? So it caught my eye. But I don't normally buy stocks or crypto unless they've been out longer than a year. That way I can just see the data on my indicator. You can see there was no data on the indicator back here because it was brand new, right? I had nothing to go off of. But this thing went from $1.50 all the way down to 15 cents. Again, even people in the Discord last year were shouting about Kita. Right, everyone was excited about Kita up here at $1.50. No one's talking about it down here at 15 cents. And what do we got? We got our buy signal right there. So I'm staying long Kita. That's up 5%. That one looks like it's going to explode this week. And again, we're just waiting for a sell signal. So we're waiting for it to come back up here to the red zone. If this goes back to the red zone, okay, you're talking about a 500% move all the way to the top. Okay, on a good name. This one's built on the base network. The base network is pretty much Coinbase's DEX. So, they're their own chain, just like, well, it's actually built on Ethereum, but they're their own decentralized exchange, right? The base network, this one was created on it. So Kita is definitely one I like this week. I'm already positioned. I think we bought this one at like 15 cents last week. And it's looking really good. So remaining bullish on Kita, not looking to add to that one. JP, this is Jupiter. So this is a DEX on Solana. Still like that one above 13 cents. Looking for the green dot for a potential add opportunity. Cake, I really like Cake here too. This is a DEX on the Binance ecosystem. So they're the DEX. If you guys don't know what a DEX is in crypto, it stands for decentralized exchange. That's where those chains run all of their decentralized swaps. So if you're trading on a centralized exchange like Coinbase, obviously you're swapping on Coinbase, but Coinbase is having to go to those exchanges in order to make that swap happen. So this is just a play on the Binance ecosystem. I think I'm about break even on this one as well. Again, just looking for the signal. Once again, this signal came back here in February at 130. So it's now May, and you're still buying it at the same price if you get a green dot right here. Again, we're not selling till this wave comes back up here and gives a red dot. Again, with crypto, with these altcoins, guys, this has been one of the longest drawn out bear markets in crypto history, right? This thing's down 76% from its top back here in October. Again, if you guys did not sell or take profits with us back here in September, October, right, you had to sit through this long 8-9 month drawdown, right? We topped in October. It's now June, and we're sitting down here. Again, this was the selling opportunity. Okay, so again, now it's down back here at the bottom, right where we bounced here in 2024, 2023, and 2025. You guys can see this is where the buyers have stepped in. So I like Cake. Again, this is Pancake Swap. It's not a meme coin. It's an actual DEX. I think they're the second largest DEX in regards to volume out there. So this is a huge project here. It's not a meme coin, right? There's actual utility with the token. So I like that one still around 130. I'm about break even on that one. Atom. I think I entered this around a buck 90. So again, I'm down 10, 20 cents after last week. Again, I'm fine sitting through this, right? Because again, my target, right? I'm not thinking sell. I'm not thinking take profits until we get up closer to the red zone, okay? Until something develops and we're back up here, right? Down here, I want to be buying as much as possible, okay? Down in this area, okay? So that's been between 160 and 230 for the last couple of months. That's the range we're in, okay? And we're just looking for a move back to the red zone. And they actually offer, I think it's around 19% APY for staking it on Coinbase right now, and you can unstake it at any time. So I'm just staking mine. It's staking rewards are kind of like a dividend. You're just earning and earning and earning, either daily or weekly, whatever the project pays out. And again, if this goes back to the red zone here, big project, billion dollar project, that's a 155% move back there to the top. So if anything, I want to add to this one here on the daily, but ultimately I'm looking for the weekly to confirm, right, that this is the bottom. I believe that move on Friday. I believe that move on Friday. My analysis, again, I'm just a guy here with information. I don't have a crystal ball. I am not a 100% trader, right? I like to say I'm anywhere from 75 to 85% if I actually let my trade play out for 6 months. Okay, I think these signals are about 80% accurate if you let that, if you wait 6 months. Again, if it doesn't happen in 6 months, what can we do? We can wait another 6 months for it to play out. Again, I can't control the markets and how fast they move. Sometimes they'll go like this for months on end. Okay, but I believe Friday's move was the bottom of the bear trap for crypto and altcoins. Okay, I believe that was the bottom. They flushed it down, right? They liquidated all the longs, and now they're stepping right back in. You can see that here on the daily. I actually like Adam here. If you like that project, I mean, you can stake it. I'm earning 20% APY, which means annual percentage yield. Okay, that means a yield. It's like a dividend, so you're earning 19% no matter what. I mean, this thing's sitting down here at a 2020 low, the lowest price in 6 years, right? A lot of these projects are sitting at their 5 or 6 year lows, and all the influencers are telling you that a bear market's coming, a bear market's coming. Where were they back here in 2021, right, when we got our sell signal? Okay, they were not around. They were excited. They were telling you to buy up here. Now they want you to sell at a 5 or 6 year low. I'm perfectly happy making 20% a year just sitting down here. I don't care if this thing just goes sideways for the next, right, 3 or 4 months, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think we're going to get a big bounce back here. And again, our target always remains up here in the red zone of that daily chart, right? That's our sell signal. Again, we have a very strict strategy that we use here, right? And we must remain disciplined. The trading rules say we sell a red dot in the red zone on the daily chart. Okay, sell strategy number 2 is we sell when the stochastic RSI, the light blue line on the trading indicator, hits the white dotted line, or we get a weekly red dot. Okay, so again, we did get a weekly dot back here last week. Again, we could have sold there, or we could have held and just waited for another green dot, right? You have to make a decision on a red dot, whether A, you want to sell it, or B, just buy it when it goes lower, okay, or keep holding. Because again, when we're down here in the bottom zone, right, you shouldn't be worried about selling, right? We're looking for that move, that macro move higher, right? We want to sell this thing up here at like $4 or $5. That's where we'll take profits. For now, we can just stake it, earn the yield, and accumulate as much as possible. I like when these staking names go sideways like this, and I think that one's going to get a bounce this week. We got Plume, again, still not moving. Once again, everybody wants the big parabolic move, but not a lot of people can sit through some consolidation, right? Not a lot of people can sit through a stealth phase or a bear trap, right? Everybody wants that quick gain. Everyone wants it to go from 1 cent all the way back up to 20 cents overnight. Realistically, it just doesn't happen like that, guys. So Plume, okay, we're watching for the green dot on that one, but again, these daily charts are setting up very nice. Again, we're just sideways. We've been stuck here since March, just not moving, not moving, not moving. But the plan doesn't change. Doesn't matter if the market goes up or down. Our plan is to sell somewhere closer to the red zone, right? We want to sell that thing up there inside the red zone. That's what we're looking for. Aerodrome, this one's looking good. I took a position on this last week as well, around 39 cents. Again, I'm down about 10 to 12% since I entered. Looking for the signal here in the next 1 to 3 weeks. Looking to add to that position. Again, I'm down 10%. I don't normally average down unless I'm down 20%. So this thing would have to fall down here to like 27 cents for me to want to average down. Can it get down there? Yes. Ultimately, I'm looking to average down on the next green dot. Again, these signals don't come around all that often, guys. These aren't day trading signals. So we got one right here in January. That came in around 48 cents. We had one down here at 30 cents about 2 months later. So you bought here and you bought here. Now your average cost is around 36. We're going to get another opportunity to buy here, probably around 30 to 35 cents. And then we're just targeting up here at 120. So but when Aerodrome goes back to the red zone, okay, that's a 270% move. Okay, where was the last time we hit the red zone? It was right here. Boom. November of last year. $1.32. It went all the way down to 30 cents. Huge drop. Okay, again, whenever we hit the red zone, look at back here in December of 2024, up here at $2, we were in the red zone. Red dot in the red zone, that's where we take our profits, okay? And when we're down here in this zone, we're not worried about a drawdown like this. Does it suck to sit through this? Yeah, it does. But again, all you got to do is have some patience, right? And things start to recover. Again, markets go up and markets go down. The most important thing to know is if you are getting a premium or a discount or a fair price, okay? How we do that is we look at our indicator down here, okay? And if we're below this white line, that means there's been a big dramatic drop, okay? We want to buy after a pullback like this. I mean, crypto's been going down since August, right? August, September, October, when we got our sell signals. On the weekly right there, you see that sell signal? That came in August right there at 140. If you didn't take profits, well, you're probably not very happy. You're probably one of those people on Twitter that are saying, hey, the bear market's coming, the bear market's coming. It already happened, folks. So this is why I think this is the bear trap, right? Because, again, we had this takeoff phase. We went from 30 cents up here to 55, and then we just pulled back. So what does that look like? We have a takeoff phase. We pull back, right? I think that next green dot, when we get it, probably is going to come in the next 1 to 3 weeks on Aerodrome. We're going to get this move higher back up here to 90 cents to $1, or back to the red zone, which sits right now at around 120. What's going on in the chat, everybody? Dieter, what's going on, brother? Bobby, how you doing? Candy, Kim, Uni, Bullish. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Welcome back. We are dialed in here Monday through Friday. You guys know that. I've been trying to go live at 11 a.m. every day just so you guys can put that on, hey, this is when we go live. It's different every day because things pop up, but we are live daily, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Again, Monday is our portfolio update. This is where I go over all the names that I'm currently holding. And Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we cover chart requests from over here inside the Discord under the live chart requests tab. This is going to get closed here once I finish this stream. So if you guys have those for the rest of the week, just make sure you guys get those. These get covered no matter what over here. Again, I'm going to close this off for the rest of the week here, starting on Mondays. After our Monday stream, I'm going to shut down the thread. And we'll cover those Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And we also take chart requests here from the chat as well if you guys are in the live chat here. If you guys want to join the live chat, you guys can click the join button on this YouTube channel, and that will get you access. You guys can ask questions. You guys can request charts live. And once I get through all these names here, I'm going to be taking some chart requests from you guys there in the chat. So Aerodrome, I still really like. Again, we're very oversold here. I think this was a big... Right, I think we're sitting right in the middle of what is called a bear trap, guys. So again, we took off, we pulled back, we took off, we pulled back, and I think the next move is going to be back up here to the red zone. So I really like Aerodrome here at these levels. EIGN, I think I bought this one at around 20 cents. I'm down around, I don't know, 5-10% maybe, but again, we're way down here, right? Big pullback here. We're building the base, bouncing nicely there off 14 cents. Again, target's still up here at around 170 to $2. Going long on that one. That's an Ethereum play there. Looking for the green dot to confirm, hey, this is a bear trap. Okay, as of right now, I really like the price action. Again, we sold off, right? We sold off last week, big sell-off. Okay, and now we're getting buyers stepping in at these prices this week, right? Smart money loves sell-offs like last week, right? The smart money, these guys, right, they love those kind of dips, those panic dips where everybody's freaking out. Everyone's losing their mind. Everybody on Twitter, I mean, I think 95% of the population thinks we're in a bear market, which we are in a bear market, but I believe we're somewhere very close, right? I think we're coming into the bottom of this or the bottom of this. Both, in my opinion, are great places to buy if you're a long-term investor, right? Because, again, our targets are up here in the red zone, okay? We're not targeting down here at 21 cents. We're targeting up here at $2. And again, these trades take time to develop. These trades take time to play out. So EIGN, I may look to average down on this one if I get another green dot here in the next 1 to 3 weeks. We'll see where it comes. Again, I only like to average down if I'm down 20% on the position. If I bought this one at 20 cents last week and it's down to 18.5, right? I'm only down 10%. If you can't take a 10% drop in crypto, you shouldn't be trading crypto because crypto is the most volatile asset class out there, and this is a very low cap play. We got SoFi. Still love SoFi here, guys. Okay, this one's sitting right into the mean. Again, we pull up our cheat sheet once again. The mean is just another word for average. So the average we like to pay attention to the most here at Overkill Trading, right, is that blue line. That's the 4-year moving average. The average price, right, the mean over the last 4 years. The mean, that is represented on this chart as the dotted line. So our goal here as traders, again, what is our goal at Overkill Trading? It's to buy great companies at a great price, okay? SoFi, is it a great company? I'm gonna go ahead and say yes, right? Their earnings look really good. They're increasing their earnings quarter over quarter. You guys see the revenue? It's going up, 770 million to 850 to 950 to $1 billion to almost $1.1 billion, right? That tells you, hey, this company's growing, right? Their earnings, their revenues, they are going up, right? But again, this is when everybody was excited about SoFi back here in November, right? Every influencer back in November was talking about SoFi. Why? Because we just did this, right? And up here, people get greedy, right? People get delusional, right? They just think it's going to go up forever. Nothing goes up forever, okay? There's been a few stocks, I guess, this year that have keep going up, but eventually, right, there's going to be a pullback. So again, great companies at a great price. How do we know we're getting a great price? Well, we aim to buy at the 4-year average or below the 4-year average. We're never buying up here. Okay, when we're up here, more than likely, 100% of the time, this wave is going to be up here. We only want to buy when the wave is down here. And we've gotten 1, 2, 3 opportunities to add SoFi since March. And again, we're just choppy. We're not getting the big explosive move yet. But I think SoFi still looks very strong here around up above 1490. I think that's the stop loss. That would be my stop loss. If it breaks that and we get a red dot, then yeah, we could sell, right? We can exit and wait for it to go lower and then re-enter. But ultimately, I think this looks really good here at the 40-year average. Trump coin, this thing's a joke. Meme coin, I mean, I don't even know why I bought this, but I'm in it. I think I got back in at like $2. I'm down probably 20% on it now. This is a play on Trump. That's it. It's a play on Trump. He has not been nice to his meme coin since 2025 when it was released. I mean, this is the biggest rug pull I've almost ever seen. But I'm just holding these for fun, right? If something happens, right, if this becomes like the currency of the world or something like that, then obviously this is going to go to 40 cents. But again, this is kind of a joke, right? I don't trade meme coins. Trump coin's probably the only meme coin that I own, and I am down about 20% on it. If I want to buy more, I'll just look for the next weekly. And again, we got to get a green candle eventually, right? This thing's down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months in a row. Again, if I'm right about where we are at in altcoin season, right down here and right here. And guys, when I say it's altcoin season, I mean it's time to buy altcoins, right? The majority of people think altcoin season is up here. This is altcoin season. This is when you should buy. No, that's not my altcoin season. My altcoin season is when things are in the gutter. Things are down below, right? When I say it's altcoin season, I mean it's a good time to buy altcoins, in my opinion, right? Because again, this thing was at $40. It's now down at $1.70. It's down 99%. So if I think this is going to recover maybe one day back up here to 5, I'm going to like buying it right here at 170. But ultimately, this is a joke of a coin. It has been since the launch. So that's just a Trump play, really. Robinhood's still looking really good. Again, still holding on to the green dot. We are bullish as long as the dot is green. I think Robinhood's going to have a really big week, a really big month going into July, into the end of the year. Again, where were we selling Robinhood? Up here on the red dots, right back there in October, 155. It came all the way down here to $62. Okay, that was a huge sell-off. Again, we want to buy after a sell-off. I think we entered Robinhood right here around $70, and it's looking really good, right? No red dot. As long as there's not a red dot, you have nothing to worry about. That's up 3% today, looking really good. Bouncing over the EMAs there. Again, as long as the dot is green, we're bullish. HIMS is also looking good here as well. It's got the green dot. I like this one, still above 2350. Still holding that one. Had an opportunity to add to it last week. I did not, because again, I entered down here at 14, so I don't normally average up, but I do like HIMS here. I think healthcare stocks are going to do very well in the coming months. I think there's going to be a rotation out of tech stocks into things like healthcare, right? The healthcare sector's been really beat up. Altcoins have been really beat up, right? We want to find those beat up sectors. Radium, this is Ray. This is also a play on Solana. This is a Solana DEX. If you guys hear me say DEX, it just means decentralized exchange. Okay, it's not a Coinbase or a Robinhood. It's an exchange offline where all these networks and all these blockchains run their swaps. So Solana needs Radium in order to function. right? And it's, again, it's way down. You see the sell signal came back here in September at $3.50. We're sitting at 60 cents right now. So I still like Radium above 50. Again, just looking for a green dot there. With these altcoins, guys, the place I'm looking to average down and add to my positions is going to be on this next green dot. Okay, this last one came at 56 cents. It's sitting at 59 cents. So you're right back to the price where the green dot came back here in February, right? This is where the buyer stepped in. So yes, we had a sell-off, but did we break structure? No, we didn't break down below the support level of February. So realistically, if you zoom out of the chart, again, I know everyone's a day trader and wants to talk about the short-term price action and try to be right every single day. We don't care about any of that, okay? All I can see right now is that we're in a stealth phase, right? Until these support levels break, right? Until Radium breaks down below 49 cents, right? Nothing changes since February, right? We've marked the bottom there. This signal came right here in February. We said, okay, well, 50 cents is the low. It's at 59 cents. So the closer you could buy to that low, if you do get the opportunity to sell it off like that, where you want to look to add is the green dot there on Ray. So again, looking for the green dot to average down on that one. Now's pumping here. So you see how, so we actually took some profits on now right here at 137. I know that wasn't up here in the red zone, but anytime we see that separation here off these EMAs on the daily chart, you see how the price pulled back into them, right? When it gets way up off of those averages is when you want to take some off there on the daily. So again, we're still green here on the weekly. We're looking for pullbacks like this. So I might look to add back to service now on a daily green dot, depending on where it comes. It still looks really good. Again, I took profits up here at 139, so now I could be looking to add to it. So once you get the green dot here on the weekly, guys, the places we look to either average in or average down on the positions, if you got in on this signal back here in April, you're up from 80. I mean, you're up. I was up 100% on that trade. Okay, that's why I took profits. I sold half of the position. I'm still holding the other half till it gets up here to the red zone. But I like this 5-day pullback here on service now. Looking for that one to bounce this week. I'd be looking for a 4-hour alert or a daily alert. And we do call all these signals out over here inside the Discord under our trade alerts section. There's actually even a thread that tells you how to trade each and every signal. Okay. And if you guys haven't yet, make sure you guys go enter that 1,000 XRP giveaway. We're giving away 1,000 XRP on June 18th. That is in 10 days. So to enter for that in the Discord, all you got to do is come to the giveaways thread and click on this emoji right here. Once you click the emoji, you will be entered into the giveaway. I'm going to unclick it because I don't want to win. I want you guys to win. And you guys can still do that over here inside the giveaways tab. If you guys have not entered that, obviously we got a lot of people entering, 591 people there in the Discord. But yeah, make sure you guys do that 1,000 XRP giveaway there in the Discord. Speaking of XRP, here's XRP right here. It did get the daily last week. Again, we're just looking for the signal. So I bought XRP right here at 133. Oh my gosh, I'm down 15 cents. What am I going to do? I'm going to wait for our next signal to average down. Again, nothing changes with our plan, guys. These rules, they do not change if markets go up or down. Our buying strategy is always our buying strategy. Our selling strategy is always our selling strategy, right? Everything we do here is based on logic, data, and discipline. We're not buying XRP because we think it's going to bottom here. We want to buy XRP on the signal because that is our plan, right? Every time XRP has come down here and given a green dot in the past, it has been a very good time to buy, okay? A very good time to buy, again, on a 6-month scale. Okay, again, not day trades. Am I mad that this is down from 130 to 117? I'm not mad at all, right? If anything, I'm happy because I'm going to get another opportunity to add to my XRP position when that signal comes. So XRP looking to add to that one once we get the signal. Again, you got the red dot right there at around 137. And yeah, it did sell off. So the only thing that invalidates a green dot, guys, is a red dot. So when the red dot comes, again, that's when we make the decision to either A, pull some profits or take some off, and then you can always get back in on the next green dot, right? If you sold right here at 135 and we get a signal down here at 120, right? Well, you sold at 135 and now you're buying more shares with that capital at a lower price. So again, it's just all your preference, all your plan. I didn't sell on this red dot. I just have a plan to buy more XRP once we see the signal. Link, same thing. Again, huge sell-off last week. Once again, we had this takeoff. We sold off. They tried to sell it off. They actually did get it below that. They did get it below that February low. But look, you guys see that wick on the bottom there? Okay, let me zoom in. You see the wick on the bottom of the candle? That means there's buyers stepping in, right? People are stepping in at these prices and buying that up. Okay, because again, when retail is selling, when retail is panicking, when retail is running for the hills and screaming that we're going into a bear market on X like you guys see, we're down here, right? This is capitulation, right? Capitulation's when we just fall to the floor. Where'd our sell signal come on Chainlink last year? It came right here in September. Again, we want to buy when the wave is up here. I'm sorry, sell when the wave is up here and buy when the wave is down here. Okay, we've had multiple opportunities to buy Chainlink down here since December. And yes, it has been a nasty few months for crypto, for all cryptocurrency, for all crypto investors, right? Okay, down 75%. We took our profits right here on Chainlink back here at between $22 and $25. Okay, we sold it right here. Boom. And yes, did it sell off? Boom. All the way back down here into the 4-year average. We started buying Chainlink at $12. Okay, so we averaged down here, or we bought here, we averaged down at like 8. So our average cost is around $10. So we're around 20% down. I'm down 20% on my Chainlink position. But again, I don't care because I know what Chainlink is and I know what it does. I know it's not going anywhere. Okay, so if anything, like Warren Buffett says, I'm happy this is going lower right now, right? Because I'm just saving up my cash, right? And I'm waiting for the next signal to add to the position. My last buy came at $8 on Chainlink. So I'm about break even right now on my last buy on Chainlink. So when I get that green dot, I can make the decision to buy more, which I think I'm going to, because I literally think we're sitting at the bottom of the bear trap right now. I think we're going to get a big explosive move here into 2027 on some of these altcoins. And again, I'm just going to sit on my hands and I'm going to wait till that signal pops up. That's all I'm going to do. Okay, same thing with SUI. Just going to sit on my hands here and wait till the signal pops up. These things are extremely oversold on their daily charts. I mean, the waves haven't been down here since like February. Okay, and again, I think we're at that bottom, the bottom of the cycle here for altcoins, right? We can go sideways for another few months, but ultimately, I think there's going to be a bounce somewhere down here. This thing bounced right here at 65. Where was 65 cents? Okay, that was where we bottomed back here in August of 2024, around 2 years ago. Okay, it went from 64 up to 5. Again, everybody wanted to buy SUI up here at $5. Everyone was hooping and hollering and having a good time up here. No one's having a good time anymore, right? We want to buy when people are not having a good time, right? And we just want to sit there and we want to wait, right? We're just going to wait. That's all we're going to do is we're just going to be patient. We're buying great assets at great prices, okay? So SUI on the next green dot, I will be looking to average down because my position, I bought this at 90 cents back here. My position is down over 20% right now. So on this next green dot, I will be looking to buy SUI. GoodRx, this one's still looking good too. Still green, still above the 9 EMA. That one I would like to see hold on to. I would like to see that one hold on to 250. It doesn't have a red dot, so I'm not worried about it. Still holding that one. Another healthcare name, Cetus. Again, I love this. I love this project. Another DEX here. Again, green dot here on the daily. Looks good down here at around 2 cents. We bought this one around $0.015 here. It went up to 4 cents and it's pulled back. So once again, looking for the green dot here on the weekly on that one. DJT. Again, Trump stocks, Trump stuff has been just absolutely garbage. Everybody's over it. Nobody wants it anymore. Okay, again, those are typically the times we want to add. Is DJT a good company? No, they're losing a lot of money right now. But again, he's the president of the United States. He could pull a rabbit out of the hat. Trump and DJT are my two Trump plays. I'm literally just buying those because they're the president's companies. And they might not go up until he's not president anymore. But ultimately, again, I'm just sticking to my guns here. My buying strategy, LCID, Lucid. Someone was asking me about this today. It does have a red dot here, down here at 5. Uber actually has a really big position. I think like a 10% stake in these guys. They're an electric car maker. They have not been profitable yet, and the stock is down from 600 all the way down here to $5. It did get the monthly alert last week. I think I bought it around 6. I am down like 20 to 30%, I think, from last week. Yeah, I went down 20% last week. So again, it's a long-term play. If I buy something and I'm like, okay, I'm going to wait 6 months on this, right? My target is up here in the red zone. I'm going to give it 6 months to play out, right? If I buy something, right, like I did right there at around 6, and it goes the other way a week later, if my plan was 6 months out and I sold 1 week later because it had a dip, am I sticking to my plan? No, I'm not. Right? I'm not, okay? So I'm letting this one play out here, And I'm going to sell it when it comes back up here and gives me a red dot, okay, or it gets back up here to the red zone. The red zone on this is sitting up here at 28 bucks. So I'm just holding that one, looking for reasons to dollar cost average in. I'll buy the next green dot when it comes. If it comes lower, if it goes down to 4 and gives me a green dot, I will probably add to the position. But as of right now, I am just holding that. Again, it went the other way on us. Again, we bought right here at, I think, like 580. It went the other way. But again, if our vision is 6 months out, why would we panic sell after a 1 week dip? Okay, you have to remain disciplined. Okay, if you're using this strategy. Okay, it's just a must. You can't let your emotions make your decisions for you. You have to let the data make your decisions for you. So yes, if you want to sell this one on the red dot, there's nothing wrong with that. But again, my time frame for this is much longer than 1 week. Uniswap, another DEX. So I pretty much own every big DEX, right? Uniswap, Cetus, Radium, Jupiter, Uniswap. Uniswap's down here. I mean, look at Uniswap, guys. This is insane. Okay, Uniswap's down here at a 6-year low. 2020 COVID lows. Uniswap, the biggest DEX on the planet. Okay, massive DEX, very crucial in order to the success of Ethereum's network, right? Again, this is their DEX, their decentralized exchange. Okay, this is where they do all their swaps and everything like that. Again, you're buying it at a 6-year low. So I put a tweet out yesterday, and I think I bookmarked it because I wanted to share it with you guys today. But this is it right here. History tells us that the money is made buying in bear markets, not being scared in them. Okay? So again, are we in a bear market? Yes. Uniswap's gone down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 months in a row. 10 months in a row, it hasn't gone anywhere. It's done nothing. Okay, but go down. Right? So that's a bear market, right? So again, but history tells us buying in these kind of markets, when you're accumulating, when everyone's running for the exit, when everyone's running away, when everyone's giving up, when everyone's quitting, history tells us that's the greatest time to buy, right? Warren Buffett says buy when there's blood in the streets. So is Uniswap, do they have functionality? Are they needed? Yes, they are very much needed in order for the Ethereum chain to operate correctly. It's the biggest, the largest. It does the most volume out of any DEX out there. Okay, it's processing like billions of dollars worth of swaps every single day, and they're earning fees on all of those swaps. So I think Uniswap's a great buy down here at $2.50. I think I got in at $3 off this signal right here, around $3. So once again, I'm down what? I don't even know, 20, 25, 30%. So again, now I'm in a place where I'd look to average down on a weekly dot. If my position goes down 20%, I don't panic, I don't sell. I just wait for the next signal because again, my target, my sell target for these assets that I'm buying is up here, right? Between $8 and $9. I'm not going to sell it down here at $2.50 because it went down for a week. Okay, we're just looking for reasons to add to our positions. Okay, Ethereum, I did buy this one today. I called out this play over here in the Discord. I did buy the $35 calls for 2028. The entry price on those calls was $1.25. I'm just playing this capitulation, guys. I mean, this is a huge drop, very similar to what happened back here in 2025, right? If you guys were around in 2025, everybody was freaking out down here. This is when Trump was putting tariffs on China. Everyone was exiting. Everybody was losing their minds. Everybody was bearish, right? It was just crazy, right? It was, if you bought back then with us, I mean, you made a lot of money that year. But ultimately, we know we're buying Ethereum right now down in this area, right? We're buying it at a massive discount. How do we know that? Because, again, we pay attention to the mean. The mean is the average, okay? And with the average, if you're looking at things over a 4-year period right now, the average price over 4 years, you're buying Ethereum at a 33% discount. Again, this is like going to Costco and they're saying, hey, everything's 33% off, come on down. Okay, today only, right? This week only, 33% off everything in the store. Right? If that was the case, you guys would be going to Costco this week to buy your groceries, to buy your stuff. Am I right? You guys would be going to do that, right? So with our investments, it's the same thing. If we're down here in discount territory, again, discount territory, fair price. If we're buying it at the average, you're buying it at a fair price. If you're looking at things from a 4-year period, and if you're buying it up here, you're buying it at a premium. Okay? So Ethereum was trading at a premium up here. Again, look at the separation off that 4-year moving average. Okay? You were trading, Ethereum was trading right, at a 50% premium. This is when everyone was hooping and hollering about Ethereum, right? Everyone was bullish, having a good time, right? Markets were just going up, up and away, right? It takes courage to buy in these sell-offs, after these sell-offs, right? But again, if we're looking at things from a logical perspective based on data, right? If Costco was having a 33% off sale today, you would be going to Costco. Okay, so I wanted to add to my Ethereum. I bought Ethereum back here at 1900. Once again, it went down 20% last week. What do the trading rules say? What does the trading course teach you guys? Right? Never exceed more than 2.5% of your total portfolio in one trade. Look to average down if the position declines 20% or more. That means if we go down 20%, are we panicking and are we selling and are we going to Twitter to tell everybody that a bear market's here? No. Okay? We're just sticking to the strategy, right? And yes, I did enter before the weekly signal because I do believe Ethereum is going to bounce here. Again, I could be wrong, but if that signal comes in the next 1 to 3 weeks, again, as long as I'm buying it down here at a 30% discount, I like it, right? 30, 40% discount. This discount back here in 2025, right, from bottom to the top was 38%. So we were 38% off the 4-year average last year, okay? And right now we're sitting at about 33. So it's a very similar drop, a very similar place than we were at last year. And again, that green dot will confirm that I jumped the gun on the weekly dot. Yes, because again, my time frame on Ethereum is like 5 to 10 years out, right? I'm thinking way out. Okay, I'm thinking out to 2028 on these calls. I'm not thinking about tomorrow or next week. January of 2028. I have like 600 days left on these options, right? They're leap options. Okay, if you guys don't know what options are, I do have an options course over here as well that you guys can check out. Okay, but I do like Ethereum at these prices. I think it's at a massive discount. Algorand does have a red dot here on the weekly. I would like to see Algorand hold on to 0.088. I think it's right back down. I think I'm down a little bit on this position as well, like 10%. I think I bought right here at around 10 cents. It's at 9 cents, right? I'm down 10%. That's not a big drop for a cryptocurrency. I'm trying to see what it does here above that support level right there at 0.088. I might set a stop loss on that one this week, somewhere around that level. I would like to see that level hold. And again, our target's up here at 22 cents. So again, brutal pullback here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days in a row down. Okay, normally when that happens, you are met with some buying. And you guys are seeing it get held up right here about 0.008. I might have to make a decision on this one this week just because we got the red weekly. I want to see what this thing does. PayPal is just the gift that keeps on giving, right? This thing just doesn't want to break out here. Looking at the next green dot on PayPal to average in. Again, I love PayPal as a company. They're making more money than they ever have before, right? $8.3 billion. Right, they're making billions and billions of dollars every quarter, around $8 to $9 billion every single quarter. So their earnings are pretty stagnant, but their stock is literally sitting at a 10-year low, the lowest price since 2020 or 2017. So I still like this one. I'm going to look to buy more on it on the next weekly dot for PayPal. I think down here at 40 looks like a great place to add to this. I will wait for confirmation on PayPal to add, but that is one I'm probably looking to add to. Uber here just hanging out around 70. I think I have a stop loss on this one at around $68. If that breaks 68, I'll probably be stopped out. You can see we're at the bottom of the fib. So my stop loss would be, probably right there at $67. That's below the Fibonacci. If it breaks below that, likely we will see a broader sell-off. So stop loss would be right there at like 67. Path, I bought this one last week. I like the MACD crossover. This thing's pulled right back into the moving averages here. So still like this one. Again, as long as the dot is green, we're remaining bullish on it with a target of up here between 17 and 19. I like this one this week as well. That one looks good. ACN, also still great. You got the MACD crossover on this one as well. Target is still up here between 290 and 320. That one needs to go up this week. Okay, I got a stop loss, I think, set on this one at around 170. So if that breaks 170 or like 169, okay, I'm going to be stopped out on ACN. So I entered that one, I think, last week. I'm at about break even right now as it sits. If we break down below like 68, I'll probably end up being stopped out on that one. CRM, also here on the daily chart into those EMAs, right? We want to buy, right? When these EMA ribbons tell us if we're in a downtrend or an uptrend. We're in a downtrend as long as we're down below them. When we break out over them, okay, that's when the bulls are stepping in. So we could see how strong the bulls are here. I'll probably put a stop loss on that one this week right there at 169 if we get the red dot. But again, the dot is still green, so there's nothing to worry about. We shouldn't see a red dot pop up unless 169 breaks. So still bullish on CRM, huge company, huge software company. P-Sky, Again, still just chopping around. The red dot is showing up here, so again, you could set a stop loss on this one at 950, but overall, I'm bullish on this company still. They just bought the UFC, and again, we've just been chopping around. Our target's still up here at the red zone. I would love for this thing to go to the red zone tomorrow, but again, these trades take time to play out. If you're trading the higher time frames, they take more time to play out. They require much more patience than somebody who is day trading. Here's FIG. I bought this one last week as well. I would like to see this one hold on to 2050. If it can't hold that, I will most likely be stopped out. Looking for that 4-hour alert here to confirm the bottom, but I really would like to see that one hold on to those lows there. I need to see this thing bounce tomorrow, so I got a stop loss on this one at like $20. If $20 breaks, I'll most likely sell it because we'll lose those EMA ribbons, and we'll most likely get a red dot pop up. So still holding that one with a tight stop loss. I'll let you guys know if I get stopped out on that one. Babylon, these guys just had an interesting partnership with Aave. Aave is the biggest decentralized bank, meaning they have the most total value locked out of any company, and this thing has just gotten absolutely slaughtered here. We're sitting back down here at the 2023 lows, so lowest price in 3 years, guys. Everybody panic. We're at the lowest prices in 3 years, right? No, that's not what we're doing, okay? We are using logic. If you were buying, right, if things were way expensive up here, right, when we got these red dots, okay, this is where we should have been taking profits. When this wave is down here, all we should be thinking about is accumulating. So Baby actually just had, this is Babylon, they actually just had a partnership with Aave. They launched a partnership for Bitcoin lending. It's on their test net now. Very low cap play. I'm holding on to it. I got in. We're in very early on this, April 2025. So I am holding that one here, looking for that one to move up. Want to see a green dot come back on that one. Here's Snapchat. Snapchat's looking good still. Again, dot is still green here on the weekly. As long as the dot remains green, we're bullish. I like Snapchat over $5. If I could buy it closer to $5, I will buy more. It does have a red daily, so again, stop loss could be set right there at $5. If it breaks 5, I'll probably be stopped out of Snapchat. But ultimately, right now, it's put it in a bull flag, looking for that one to explode to the upside. As long as the dot is green, we're bullish. Here's NVO. That's got a red dot as well. So again, something we have to make a decision on here. Are we going to be stopped out here at 40 cents, or are we just going to buy more when the next green dot comes? I like the monthly chart of NVO. These guys make that weight loss drug, Ozempic. They're making a ton of money, $12 billion, $11 billion a quarter, so very profitable company. Again, down here in the bottom of the fib here, we got a big range back up here to around 80. That would be around a 93% move if that trade plays out. It does have a red dot, though, so again, it's decision time. Do we set a stop loss right here at 39, or do we just hold through the dip and buy again and add to our position? Again, that's a call you have to make. I'm not here to tell you when to buy or sell. I'm just here to show you the signals and how to approach them. Again, if you get a green dot, that means we're going up. If you get a red dot, that means we are potentially going down. So I would like to see where this thing closes this week. I still like it above 40 bucks. 40 is just where we bottomed right there in April. Up above 40, I still like NVO, but I really want to see that go the other direction this week. Osmosis, that one's also red on the weekly. Had a nice bounce last week. I like that the buyers are stepping in right there at around 3 cents. Still holding on this one, still looking for that red zone. SOXS, we took a trade on this last week. This is a semiconductor short play. So this is like going short on semiconductors like AMD, like Intel, right? These names that have just ran a ton, right? Everyone's excited. We've gone up for 12 weeks in a row. We're sitting at a premium of like 64% on AMD, right? You're looking at Intel up here. I mean, just massively off of this moving average at 63. So I bought SOXS as a short, saying, hey, AMD is going to pull back, right? Intel, it's going to pull back, right? AVGO, it's going to pull back, and they've already started to pull back, right? They all have red dots on their charts. So again, if we're using our signals, we got to be short here. We're not going long up here, sitting up here up 65% off of the average, right? That's suicide if you're using our trading strategy. So we don't like to buy things at premiums. Right, we don't like to pay expensive prices for things. Expensive prices are up here, way up off the mean. We want to buy into the average or below the average. Okay, and Intel, like I said, I'm short on this right now. I'm short as long as that dot remains red. It does have a little bit of a bounce today, up 13%. Again, this is a very volatile asset right now, and again, my money is on this thing's going to retrace either back here into the 40-year at $40 or down here to like 60 at the yearly moving average. Nothing stays up here forever. Again, every time we get extended up here, right, we pull back. So I am short on chips. So that's the portfolio update, guys. I'll go ahead and drop this for you over here inside the Discord. So this is an updated portfolio update for today is June 8th. And if you guys have chart requests, go ahead and drop them in. I got a few minutes. I could take a few chart requests. Tomorrow will be our chart request day. We'll be covering all these live chart requests. I'm actually going to go ahead and close this now. So this week, Tuesday through Thursday, what we will be doing is we will be covering, let me see here if I can turn off the messages. Yep. So we're going to be covering all these names here on YouTube Tuesday through Thursday. We're going to go through all these, and once we get through all of them, I will then open this request thread back up. So we have quite a few requests we're going to be covering, obviously. Chart requests are closed. So you guys have the opportunity to get your chart requests in Friday through Monday. Tune in YouTube for live coverage this week. Again, Mondays aren't really my favorite video because I just talk about my portfolio. My favorite thing is answering your guys' questions, helping you guys out, right, going through your charts. Those are my favorite streams, Tuesday through Thursday, because it's not about, right, my portfolio, it's about your guys' portfolio. But I get so many questions about my portfolio where I have to take a day, right, for the people that are following along to talk about these names and just where my head's at, right, once a week. So again, Tuesday through Thursday is when we will be covering these. We'll be live here again tomorrow, Wednesday and Thursday. Those are our chart request videos. And then Friday is our watch list. Okay, if you guys missed the watch list video, I'll go ahead and repost it over here. I did post our favorites list for this week over here, but our watch list was posted right here. Okay, so you guys can actually go watch the watch list if you guys missed that on Friday over here. Boom. I'm going to take all that out. Okay, and you guys can go watch that over there. And then today, this is the most recent portfolio update. Okay, if you guys missed this, obviously you guys can go watch the replay. Maybe you join late or something like that. Boom. Okay, so again, every single week we're live Monday through Friday. So if you guys got requests, I have a few minutes here. Go ahead and drop them here in the chat. I see a few here. I see one from you want some free crypto? Hit that like button. Yeah, if you guys want free crypto, we can get this video to 100 likes. I'll give away some crypto. We are giving away 1,000 XRP over here, right? One person is going to win 1,000 XRP on June 18th. You guys can enter for that by clicking that celebration emoji. I see a request here for INJ. So this is one I took profits on right here around 7. It's reversing very nicely. This looks very good here. Okay, very nice bounce there off of 473. Okay, that one looks like it's going right to the red zone. That would be up there at around $14. That one looks very bullish, right? These altcoins are bouncing at very, very crucial levels. They're looking very, very good here off this pullback. Again, we think pullbacks are opportunities in these kind of markets, okay? As long as the dot is green, these pullbacks are awesome. So what I did was I took profits on this red dot right here at around 670 on the daily because, again, you got that extension off the EMAs. So what I could do is I could re-enter INJ now down here at like 580 and then ride it back up here to 14. I think that looks really good here. Dot's still green, right? This is still very bullish. If you want to use a stop loss, use it right there at 470. That was the low from last week. Okay, the previous low was right there at 470. So if this thing holds 470, it looks very bullish. This thing's really breaking out right now. I think INJ looks good. Again, we bought this one down here at like $3. So I was up like 130%. Again, I call out all my trades over here for you guys. That INJ trade, I believe we posted last week, yeah, 126%. We entered at $3, exited at 680. So that thing could very well go back up to 14 bucks. This doesn't look like a bad place to re-enter. The only crypto I bought today off the dip was Ethereum. Okay, just because, again, I think Ethereum's trading at a stupid price right now. Right, it's literally down 34% from the 40-year average. That just tells us once again we are getting it right here in despair. So I thought it looked very cheap. I see one here for Daku from Uni. Yeah, Daku kind of went up and then back down. So it does have a red dot here on the weekly. So again, what do we do on the red dots? Well, we set a stop loss. So your stop loss on the macro would be right there at 40 bucks. If it breaks 40, I would sell it. But as of right now, you should just be either A, right, taking some off here, right? That had a big move. Once again, our signal came right here at $43. It went all the way up here to 60. So for a stock, that's a 35% move, right? And it came right in there to the yearly moving average. Again, that stochastic RSI was up there on the white dotted line, so it did get rejected there. So the bottom, right, the bottom, this green dot told you that, hey, this low right here, that previous low at $40 is the bottom. So anything close to 40 looks good if you believe in the company and what they're doing. They actually had a really good earnings call, but their stock went the other way. So up above 40, I still like DocuSign, and if this red dot prints, I would just look to buy more on the next green one. BSX, I was looking at this morning. Okay, again, another stock that's just been cratered here, okay, from 108 all the way down here to 50. So if you believe in this company right now, okay, if you believe in the growth of it, it's sitting at a 2023 low. If you're going to play that green dot, you could use a stop loss like right there at 47. But again, stocks beat up like this doesn't mean they're going to bounce. Okay, it's likely that they're going to get some buyers, right? They're making good money, $5 billion a quarter, very oversold. Right, that green dot on the monthly would probably be your signal that we're going lower. But this looks really good. I mean, anytime a stock that I like goes down more than 60%, I want to buy it, right? Look at Ethereum. Ethereum's down from the top, $5,000 all the way down here to Ethereum's down 70% from the previous high since our last sell signal. So again, I want to buy that. I want to buy down here, right? BSX, same kind of story, right? We're down here if you believe in the company of Boston Scientific Corporation, right? You're buying it at a massive premium if you're looking at things over a discount, 35% off the 4-year average right now. Does that mean we're going to bounce? It's likely, but ultimately, right, what I'd be looking for to confirm the bottom is either a monthly or for us to get up over these EMA ribbons. CELH is still looking good too. Yep, CELH is bottoming right there where we bottomed in May. So it looks good. It still looks good up above $27. It does have a red dot. So once again, you have to make a decision. Are you going to sell here and wait for the green dot to come back, or do you want to see if this red dot fades this week? Because again, just because a red dot pops up this week doesn't mean it's going to end the week red, right? If the price comes back up here to 30, that's going to go away. So you have to make a decision. How I would play CELH if I was long on it, right, is I would buy it down here at a 30% discount, and if it decides to come back down here to $20, right, where it bounced back here in 2025 off that signal, I would just add to the position, right? We're building positions, long-term positions, right? If it goes the other way on us in a couple weeks, it's okay because we're long on it. We believe in the growth of the company, right? They're crushing their earnings. They're increasing their revenue quarter over quarter, okay, doing very well. So $28, I'm still a buyer of CELH here. Okay, I'd like to see it get up over like 32, get up over those EMA ribbons, but ultimately I still like it down here at 28. Again, that's where you got the signal right here at around 28, 29. Again, up above 27, it would remain the bottom up above 27. Okay, once again, if it comes down to 23, when you got that red dot, what can you do? You could buy more shares. You can buy more lower. Because again, we don't want to sell our assets until this comes back up here, until we get the parabolic move up. Okay, the parabolic move down happens when we're down here. This is when we want to accumulate. We want to buy in bear markets. We don't want to be scared in bear markets. We want to buy in them. I like CELH here. GIS, the stock, this is General Mills. I called this one out last week, I think. This is the cereal company. They make you go to Costco and all their cereals in the aisle. This thing's way down right now. This thing's down from $90 all the way down here to $30, right? People still like cereal. These guys pay an 8% dividend. So they're sitting at a 2010 low, so 16-year low. If you believe in the growth of this company, if you like the cereal, if you think they're going to recover, you can collect the 8% dividend right now and let it play out, right? I mean, their earnings still look great, right? They're still making $4 billion a quarter, $5 billion, $4 billion, right? They're pretty stagnant. They got obviously partnerships with Costco. They're selling their cereal at Costco, but if a company's paying an 8% dividend and sitting at a 16-year low, I'm going to tell you guys, it looks like a good buy to me. It's just a matter of, hey, is the company going bankrupt? I know there's been a lot of stuff with Trump's health department. They're cracking down on the red dyes and all the bad stuff that's in our food. So that's what could be affecting this stock. And again, I don't know that for sure. But what I do know, looking at the data, is we're sitting at a 2010 low. That's a 16-year low with a company that pays an 8% dividend, right? It hasn't been this low in 16 years, right? That's almost half my life. So, again, if you believe in the company, if you believe in the outlook, I can't believe in it for you, right? You got to buy companies that you believe in, right? I'm not here to tell you what to buy or sell, guys. I'm just here to share information with you, okay? If you like the stock of General Mills, it's at the lowest price in 16 years. So I like it. I mean, I would buy it. I'm thinking about buying it and just collecting the 8% dividend. And if it recovers and comes back up, not only are you going to make the dividend, but you're also going to make the gains if it comes back up at least into the 4-year average. I mean, right now it's sitting 42% off of the average. So if it just goes back to the average, you're talking about a 72% move up. So huge company, nice earnings. I think it looks good. We just covered BSX, my man. You might have to watch the replay. UPST looks good. Again, the dot is still green, so we're playing the low right there at around 26. Okay, that's the previous low, so your stop loss would be at like 26.50. I like this one. Okay, it looks good. It's chopping around here. Our target's up here in the red zone, right up there at 76. That's where we're looking to take profits. Okay, so I like Uphold. This is a lending company here. I see one here for Uni. This is another one that looks good. Okay, another one I took profits on right around $2. I think I sold that one right around here, right where it's sitting at right now. It did go up to $3, but that's bouncing really nice here, guys. That's a really nice bounce right off of 180. Again, everybody's bearish. The whole world is bearish right now, right? Are we going to listen to the whole entire world, or are we going to listen to the data and our strategy? Does it have a red dot? Yes, it does. So what you want to do off that red dot is set a stop loss. Your stop loss should be right there at 180. Okay, if it breaks 180, I would sell it. Okay, breaks 180, I would sell it. But like I said, just because this dot's popping up doesn't mean it's going to close here. Okay, that is a really nice looking bounce there off the EMAs here. A lot of these cryptos are getting really nice bounces off of really nice support levels. So I like it as long as it holds 180. I'd put a stop loss at 180 on that one. That's it for today, folks. We're going to be covering chart requests tomorrow, so show up tomorrow. I'll be taking these from the Discord. I'll be taking them from the live chat as well. If you guys show up to the live chat, if you guys can't make the live, maybe you're watching the replay, you guys can get those over here in the live request thread. This thread is now only going to be open from Friday to Monday, and that's if we get through all these names, right? I want to cover everybody over here in the Discord's requests over here. Once we get all through these, this thread will open back up. Okay, so chart requests are currently closed. You can't get them over here in the live request thread in the Discord, but you can still show up to the live stream tomorrow through Thursday and get your request in there. But this is just so we can cover the people in the Discord that can't make the live stream. So with that being said, if you guys are new, check out the trading course over here. I have about 13 to 14 videos in that, all completely free. It'll tell you guys how to use these indicators, or at least show you how we use them, and it'll teach you more about our swing trade approach. Again, we're not day traders here, we're swing traders. Again, if you guys want to watch that, the Discord link is in the description of this video. Check out that link right there. If you guys like our trading indicators, you guys can actually download them over here in the trading indicator tab. This link, it takes a couple of clicks, and you guys get all the indicators that you see on my screen. Everything will load right up into your TradingView account here, and you'll be able to start using them for yourselves on the assets that you follow as well. So hopefully you guys got some value out of this. If you did, smash that like. Thanks for tuning in today. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Hit me up in the Discord if you guys need me. God bless you.